Are you looking for a great everyday carry pocket knife? Well, look no further than the Kershaw Helitack. If you like this knife, check out the comments in the description of this video because I will post Amazon links where you can just click on it and go buy your own. Now let's take a closer look. As we were sitting around here in hunting camp BS and we started talking about knives, I am a big fan of a couple different brands. First of all, I like Gerber knives. I like their straight blade knives, and I like a lot of their hatchets and pack axes and that kind of stuff. But for my everyday carry knife, I really love Kershaw. I have been a fan of Kershaw now for years. I started off with one of their ferrite knives. So this is their ferrite. Unfortunately, recently, I think I've had this thing for maybe 7-8 years. Something happened, it broke inside, it's not working. They discontinued this knife because I tried to buy another one. I like the knife so much, I tried to buy another one, but they discontinued it. So what I ended up with is this Helitack. Now this knife, as you can see, it looks quite a bit like the ferrite. They're pretty similar to each other. So it's got a nice slim design to it. The blade is a little bit wider than the knife handle itself. The blade is about, I think, 3¼ inches long. And then you've got the handle, which is about the same length. So folded down, this whole thing is like 3½ inches long, something like that. It's only about 1 inch wide. It's nice and narrow. It's also a very thin knife. It's probably 1/4 inch thick. It is really light and it's light, but it doesn't feel too light. Like there's a lot of knives that I've had before that they have maybe a composite handle on them, the plastic handle, and it just feels like you're not holding a knife. But these knives have a nice feel to them, but they don't weigh your pocket down when you have them in it, which is the way I choose to carry mine. They have this pocket clip on it. It is reversible. You can switch it around to either side, but I love the pocket clip. It fits right in my front right pocket is where I keep it. It's easy to access. And when I pull the knife out of my pocket, I'm going to show you what I really love about Kershaw knives. So most of them have this little assist on the back of the knife. When you push that down a little bit, the knife just flips right out. And it's not two-handed. You don't have to flick it with your wrist like I see a lot of people doing. The knife just pops right out and is so smooth, just like that. I absolutely love the action on these Kershaw knives. That's why I buy them. Now, just so you know, I'll tell you that if you want to buy this knife or any other product I show you in this video, check the comments in the description of this video because I will put links in there where you can click on them. It'll take you straight to Amazon and you can buy yourself one of these knives or the sharpener I'm going to talk about in a little while. Just so you know, I'm not making money off Kershaw. They don't sponsor me. I don't get these knives for free. I buy them myself with my own money, and I just really like the knife. That's why I chose to do this video. So I'm not skewed in any way towards Kershaw other than the fact that I actually like their knives. Just so you know about the way I carry these knives, I'm an average everyday user of a pocket knife. I take it to work. I use it to cut open boxes. Out here, what I use it for mainly is to cut a lime for my next rum and coke I'm gonna drink. But I'm not using it in very heavy duty applications, but I do enjoy having a knife in my pocket all the time. I think it was Marine General James Mattis said, always carry a pocket knife in case there's cake or someone needs to get stabbed, which is a fantastic comment in my book. But these Kershaw knives have been outstanding for me. And unfortunately, like I said, they discontinued the Helitack, or the ferrite, which you can see looks pretty close to the Helitack. And that's what I'm happy with because I loved this ferrite. And so when that action broke on the knife, I could probably send it back to Kershaw. I don't know. The knife is pretty old. So I figured I'd just get a new one. But I was looking for one that looked kind of like it and felt kind of like it in my pocket, and this Helitack fits the bill. So I think that's probably all I can tell you about the knife. Now let's take a look at a comparison with a couple of the Kershaw knives that I have, and then in a little bit we're going to also talk about how I keep my knives sharp. So I've already showed you the ferrite. This is the ferrite. I've got to open it by hand, unfortunately, but I can flip this one open. And you can see they're pretty close to each other. The blade on the Helitack is a little bit thicker than it was on the ferrite, but overall, they are pretty much close to the same knife, which I like because I absolutely love this knife. But I'll put that to the side. Now, I also have a Cryo 2 from Kershaw. If you want to see a review I did on this video, I'll put a link in the upper right-hand corner. I did a review on this one too. Now, I bought this knife a while back because I had a different pocket knife and I left it in my pants pocket going through an airport and it got taken from me, unfortunately. So I had to replace it, and I found this Kershaw online on Amazon. Now, this Kershaw, this Cryo 2 has the same action. It flips open. Oh, God, they're so smooth. They flip open so great. I love them. But as you can see, this knife is a little bit beefier than the Helitack. So it's a little bit thicker, and it feels different to me to carry it in my pocket. And I prefer one like this Helitack that's a little bit lighter and a little bit thinner. I will put links in the comments and description of this video to both of these knives, because you may want to check out both of them and see which one you prefer. But they have a lot of the same features. They got a stainless steel blade. They've got a metal body. They've got the pocket clip, which is great. They both have that amazing Kershaw action where that sucker just flips right out. It's almost like an automatic knife. For a knife that only costs about anywhere from $60 to $75, it's just, I love it. It's so smooth. So these are my two favorite Kershaws that I have. I carry them intermittently. If I've got one that's dull that I haven't had a chance to sharpen it yet, then I switch to the other one. But I do prefer this Helitack that I just purchased recently. It is just a little bit lighter, a little bit more compact, easy to carry in my pocket. It locks open. Both of them lock open. So you can push it with your thumb, push the release with your thumb, close the knife up, slides right in your pocket. And it just feels like it belongs there. Now, keeping my knives sharp. For years, I always wanted to carry a pocket knife, and I never did because I could never keep them sharp. I tried using a honing stone, and I just couldn't do it. I don't know what it was. I just could not keep a knife sharp with a honing stone. So a friend of mine got this professional pro sharpening system from WorkSharp, and he was able to touch up my knives for me. So I looked into it, of course, and it's a really fantastic sharpening system, and it is not too crazy expensive. It's about $250. I got that on Amazon as well. It's very compact. It all packs up easy back in the box, or you can leave it out on your shelf. But I can take my knife, and once you know the profile of the knife, what angle you need to sharpen it at, you just dial that angle back into this sharpener, and you can touch it up very quickly so you can get that razor sharp finish on it back again after using it all the time. So I don't know, about every couple weeks or so, I touch up my knives, and it is nice to be able to have a nice sharp knife in my pocket. And again, I'm not using this for anything crazy. I'm cutting open boxes. I'm cutting, like I said, cutting a lime for my rum and cokes. I'm cutting meat occasionally at lunch if I forget to bring a knife. So I use it for everyday use, and I'm not too crazy with it. But keeping it sharp is one of the big things. So fortunately, this sharpener from WorkSharp handles the job perfectly at a pretty affordable budget. Now, if you click on that link and check it out, they also have other models that are a little bit more at a lower price point than the one I purchased. But this one has a lot of great features to it that I like, and it just makes it so easy to dial that angle back in on the blade, and then use the different sharpening stones it comes with and get a touched up edge on this knife. So again, I will put in the comments and the description of this video links to Amazon for all the knives I've shown you and also the sharpener. So if you want to check out these knives yourself, you can click that link. And just so you know, that's how I make a little bit of money and I keep my channel going. It helps me make new content for you guys. When you click on that link, you go to Amazon and you pay the regular price for that knife, and I get a little bit of a commission off it by you using that link. So it helps me out a little bit, helps me create more content. Now, trust me, I'm not getting rich off those links, but it is a great favor to me if you would use those links. So I thank you for watching, and thank you for coming along on my little knife tutorial I had here. Hopefully you like these knives. I absolutely love the Kershaw blades. They are freaking great. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for coming along, and I wish you guys nothing but tight lines and short blood trails. I'll see you on the next video.